What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Rah, rah, rah. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. I don't know how many of you all are in here right now. I just decided I wanted to get in and do something because I was sitting around like, yo, man, I got to get in, make more content. And I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of times, I get sick of doing a lot of this shit in all these videos. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. But you have to do it now because, as I've said in previous podcasts, talent doesn't really matter. Just showing up every day, showing your face, that is what matters the most. It's not about talent. Anybody can be a comedian. You do not need to be funny. If you can make fucking videos, you're fine. You don't even need to have a 3 minute set. And that's just facts. I don't give a fuck. Whoever wants to take that any kind of way, you could do whatever you want with it. I'm just in the race myself to have to put out tremendous amounts of content to keep engagement high. But hello and welcome back to another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. I know we coming in here very, very late. It's about what? It's midnight. It's actually Saturday at midnight. And I said, you know what? Let me just get in and get it in. So, our first thing that's up for discussion uh, is a good brother, Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez from E Hollywood. I noticed him. First of all, I want to say I didn't even know he was Mexican. But let's just watch this. Let's watch this video real quick.
Oh, Kamaya. Not that spicy, but it's good. But it got good flavor. It got a little kick, but good flavor. All right. I like going with the old school saltine crack.
Wait a minute, is
We got porfis, but I like the guacamaya. We get right there. You put that on tostadas too? I put that on tostadas too. All right, let me try. Yeah, let me get. Oh no, this is a good one right here. Though it might be a little too spicy for you. Vodka. Always Modelo time. Punis don't drink. He's good. I'm not so disciplined. Yeah, he remembers. Okay. All right, here we go. These are fire. Got salsa guacamaya. Not that spicy, but it's good. But it got good flavor. It got a little kick, but good flavor. All right. I like going with the old school saltine crack. We got porfis, but
I didn't even know he was Mexican. Let's watch this again. Let me go through this again. This is interesting to me. Like I always knew his name was Lopez, but I thought this motherfucker was from Hawaii or something. I had no idea, man. Let's watch this again.
Like the guacamaya. We get right there. You put that on tostadas I put that on tostadas too. All right, let me try. Yeah, let me get. Oh no, this is a good one right here. Though it might be a little too spicy for you. Vodka. Always Modelo time. Punis don't drink. He's good. I'm not so disciplined. Yeah, he remembers. Okay. All right, here we go.
You see how good that taco was when he made the sign of the cross? I'm actually Catholic myself, so I understand in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Listen, this is real.
These are fire. Got salsa guacamaya?
These are fire, Holmes. Hey, Holmes, these are fire, Holmes. Let me tell you something. Mario Lopez called me, man, because you really need to be in one of the movies. You got to play the Mexican gangster, man. You got it, bro. If they don't put Mario Lopez in the Mexican gangster film, something is wrong with society and the earth. Did you see this? I didn't even know he spoke Spanish. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know his name is Lopez, Mario Lopez, which is a rather ethnic sounding name. But you watch him on E! News and all this shit, you never would have thought he was Mexican at all.
Not that spicy, but it's good. But it got good flavor. It got a little kick, but good flavor. All right. I like going with the old school saltine crack.
Holmes. You ever want your shit pushed in, Holmes? Yeah, you got to go watch Training Day. He should have been in that scene on Training Day when the other officer was in there about to get killed by the Mexicans. That was amazing. It's just so funny because, and I want whoever's watching this, that's of other race or other descent, if you're a white person, This shows the superiority of white people because we have to code switch. It's not is no equality until we don't have to do that shit no more. He's doing that because I understand it because he has a job. He's on E News. He can't sound too Mexican. He can't really sound like himself. And it's just like when black people go to work, you can't really. You gotta be like that, this or that. You gotta talk like that. As soon as people eat, like shit, man, you believe this shit? They on some bullshit. Like that is called code switching. And this was just amazing to me. But it's good to see Mario Lopez in his natural element, seeing him doing his thing, eating with the Vatos. I didn't know he was a true Vato. He's a Vato, Holmes. Vato. You know what I mean? I didn't realize he was a true Vato like that. But it's good. He out there with the Sriracha and he is doing his thing. So shout out to our good brother Mario Lopez. Keep up the good work, Mario. Hopefully, E News will let you talk. And speaking of Mario Lopez, whenever I check into a hotel room, if you've been in any Hilton or Marriott, and if you turn on, I typically don't turn the TV on, but if you turn it on, he is the only person you're gonna see. Because nobody's logging in to get anything special. You're pretty much on your phone, but you're just watching Mario Lopez the whole time while you're there, and it's on repeat. It's playing over and over and over again. Mario Lopez very articulate, and I love it. You know what I mean? Him being in his primary Mexican culture with that video. And I'm not knocking him. And he even talked about it. He said, yo, I cannot talk like this on the show, bro. Getting the money. Get your money, Mario. Keep doing what you do. But to show y'all, and listen, even though I have certain views that I feel empower us as a community, you could see the superiority out here when you have to code, like most ethnicities have to code switch like that, which shows you where the power lays. So we're gonna move right along. Diddy just dropped Ciroc and he's claiming a new vodka as his number one vodka. I believe the vodka is called Al One or some shit. I don't know the name of this vodka. Let me look it up on my phone because I can't bring nothing special up on here. But Diddy, Ciroc. Diddy has dropped Ciroc or he was dumped by Diageo. And so he's claiming a new vodka in the form of Al. It's called Al One or some shit like that. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna win. I think we've moved on. Uh, you know what I find quite funny with all this shit, like with Diddy and his liquor companies. Diddy, he becomes a billionaire through Diageo, through selling the Ciroc and also selling whatever his tequila is. They get in a big fallout. Diddy claims that the company is being racist and that they don't want to place his beverage in certain places. Now, I don't know, when we talk about racism and racist claims, you know, it's very hard for me to take that serious, uh, considering the fact that they partnered up and the man made $1 billion off of that. Uh, I would believe that if you have racists that are making black people billionaires, there'll be a long line of black people in that line to experience some of that racism. So to Diddy, billionaire from this company, could you spread the wealth, brother? Send them my way. Okay. And I, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, send them my fucking way. They want to break a bag, a few hundred million, a billion. Yeah, I would love to experience some racism like that. It's just hilarious to me that he cries out after the billion is made and after they sever ties. I think it's just a bad time to play that race card. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure that there are people who will call me out for making this statement. You can't be about the money and all that shit. Is Diddy. You know, you can't be about the money and all that. As this motherfucker lives off Star Island, has made all that damn money. Come on, man. Didn't Diddy give big bag to earn your leisure? I don't know. What's a big bag to a billionaire? I have no idea. All I know is that he was dropped by this company and dropped Ciroc, and now he's with a new company and claiming that vodka to be number one. I don't know if it's a company or he's just with a guy that had his own brand of vodka, but he claimed that to be number one. And I don't think we're gonna fall for that, or the community's gonna fall for that. And then too, when you think about vodka and liquor sales, and I drink, I had me some Tito's earlier today. But I mean, fuck, at the end of the day, it's still poison. You just selling poison to the community. And I don't know how that shit is supposed to help us. I'll just be honest with you. And I'm not going to sit here and kiss ass because I don't give a fuck. Look, it's not like I have sponsors. I'm my own goddamn sponsor. So that gives me the ability to pretty much say what I want to say. And moving right along from that, my rapper buddy, the homie D1, rapper D1 out of New Orleans, if you don't know him, good brother, good positive brother. He came, well, I've been knowing D1 for a I've been knowing rapper D1, bro, since he began. You know what I mean? Like since he started, like when he was first teaching and rapping at the same time. So D1, brilliant brother, brilliant rapper, pretty much was a teacher, got into the business, but he still helps with the youth and helps with the children. D1 had called out brother Rick Ross and Meek Mill and also Jim Jones for the usage of their lyrics and what they're rapping about. He's not saying they're not talented. He's not taking anything from them. He's just saying, yo, y'all are 50 some years old and you rapping about the streets and shooting and the genocide of black people. And they responded very, very negatively. And I mean, he pointed out a valid truth. And to Meek and Rick, I listened to this new album that they have coming out, and you know, it startled me because I'm like, yo, I listened to some of the lyrics, and we still talking about selling dope and shooting and killing, and these niggas is 40 and 50 years old. For real? That's where we at, nigga. Please, you niggas, I would be. See, that's the thing. We're gonna have to have transparency in rap music because we're in this digital internet age. Y'all are not on the block. Y'all are not holding packs. Y'all are with the billionaires, especially Meek. Meek is on the boat with billionaires. Rick Ross has the largest swimming pool, home swimming pool on the East Coast. So like why are you still rapping about carrying sticks and killing your own kind? I don't understand that shit. I listen to some of the lyrics of the song and I'm like, bro, y'all are literally 40 and 50 years old. Rap about some real shit. At this age, all we want to do as men is to provide for our family, protect our loved ones. And this is the majority of black men. These niggas, they push out and they represent us as the whole. You know what I mean? So there is some responsibility in that. So the brother D1 calls them out and they get mad. Jim Jones even went so far as to get on Sway and call his brother out like he wanted to fight or do something. And it's just like, why, bro? You know, and this is what they do a lot of times. A lot of these gangster rapper niggas, they will try to bully, you know what I mean, like a working guy or a guy that's not in their street life, such as D1, and talk crazy to him. And I saw Jim Jones going on this whole tirade against D1, But it's like, bro, Whack 100 called you out and you got quiet as a mouse, quieter than the church mouse, bro. So you're not going to get a brownie point for attacking or doing something to D1. I think the only thing that will happen to you, Jimmy, or to your people, and even to his people, like y'all are going to trick this nigga off the streets. The little nigga that he sends on the mission, that's fine. It's going to go to Jimmy. That's the thing. And that is why I don't mind calling the police on the nigga. Because what you're not going to do is sit here and try to somehow you want to be tough and shit with me, right? No, nigga, you going to give me the same respect you do to white folks. Because it's going to be the same consequence. And then I can go on the whole tour telling how I got your bitch ass locked up. I don't do the street shit, the street culture, the tough nigga shit. Suck a dick. It's dead. It's over. You're gonna go to jail. Everybody talks tough until them people come knocking on your door. Then your man who you thought with all the shit on all the tats, he's singing. They giving it. This nigga eating a motherfucking Popeye's biscuit, telling on your ass. And until we get to the place where we just say fuck this street shit and love one another, we are going to be lost. So it's right, you talking about that's a great point, doggy 5'4". Nigga talking about spinning the block with 6 kids and I'm nigga, shut your ass up. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'm gonna call the police on you just like your baby mama when she called the police and you run out that motherfucker crying. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. We all grown ass men out here. Ain't nobody got time for your street fantasies. Put some boxing gloves on. Just go boxing, man, one-on-one. But all that shit, my little cut. I mean, this man was going off and the man 50 years old. I don't understand it. And then these niggas sit and cry and want to cry to the white man and shit about what the white man is not doing. You cannot do that, bro. Like, this does not, it don't make sense. You want to harm your own and then cry to others. It doesn't make sense to me. And that shit is trash and fucking whack. If any nigga think I'm lame and square, yes, I am, nigga. Just leave me the fuck alone, or there will be consequences. Not tough consequences. You'll just go to jail, and I'm going to try to trick you up off the streets. But we going to move right along because I don't want to stay on that too long. It just burns my blood when I see that type of shit happening, knowing the man that D1 is. D1 helps the kids, teacher, just a good dude. You know what I mean? We 40 and 50 years old. Nigga, talk about how you fall asleep. You don't want to go to the club. Talk about how you would rather just have a cookout. Talk about how you don't want to be around fake, phony motherfuckers. Talk about that shit. Ain't nobody got time to hear no nigga you that this old still rapping about hurting your own people, man. Come on, man. Grow up. All of y'all need to grow the fuck up. It's time. It's okay. It's okay. Grow up. Grow up. Worst thing I can hear, like if I'm in conversation, soon as you go to tell me, read me your street resume, soon as you begin, I'm going to walk off. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm just going to walk off. You just call me an asshole or whatever you want to call me. That is perfectly fine. But let's let it go and let's just move on. Moving right along, Young Thug's lyrics, they've decided they're going to use his lyrics in the courtroom. A lot of people are up in arms about the, free thug and all this old shit. And it's funny to me to see black people actually fight to get killers free to kill their own. I don't understand it. Like, and I don't know. Could he be innocent? I don't know. But I know that a lot of this music, you're supposed to be real, right? You know, it's like, yeah, man, he the realest motherfucker alive. He kill his own kind. Like, this is what happens. This is what's going on in the community. And I don't really care. I'm gonna talk about this shit because I'm not under nobody. I don't open for no motherfucker. I open for LaVar. I'm not under a group. I'm not in a crew. So I'm going to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just real. Like, looking at the case, it's a little shaky. I don't know if the brother comes home. I don't know. But for people to get behind it, and it goes back to what happens in the community. And I don't know, for whatever reason, we are more willing to hide our killers. You know what I mean? Like that gangster, but he real. You know what I mean? Even though he got 10 black bodies on his hands, for whatever the reason, we love to applaud him for that. It's a sickness. So I don't know. They're gonna use his lyrics, and it's just what it is. I mean, I'm with that. If you're a rapper and you out here doing crimes, then committing them specifically against your own kind, and then you go to rap about them to get an album deal, and you making all this money. Well, good. Use that shit against that nigga. Get him off of the street. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm for it, because if you don't, we talking a perpetual cycle, generation after generation, just hurting one another. So, if I'm in the hood, I'm a young brother in the hood, young and thirsty. You know what I mean? I see this guy, he rapping, and I know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He a general, he a G. And he putting his own kind down, making music about it. Everybody, he's selling tickets, he making millions of dollars. So me as a young one, and he gets away with it. So like now me, I'm looking like, yo, I gotta do the same thing. I gotta hurt some people in the community. And this is kind of where, like, if you've seen the movie They Clone Tyrone, this is where this comes from. They Clone Tyrone was such a mirror of the subculture that we identify with. And it was such a brilliant play and a brilliant movie, because if you look at it, They Clone Tyrone, they keep making these same characters. You got the street dude, you got the whore, you got this, you got that. And when you really sit back and look at some of these rappers and some of these people, it's like, oh shit. It seems like they are actually plants in the community to help our further destruction, to further that destruction. When you really sit back and look at it, and we eat it up every time. So if they're gonna use those lyrics, hey, kudos to them. Um, and let's just move it right along. This was a very interesting topic to me. I saw a young lady. I watch Earn Your Leisure. Big fan. Shout out to the brothers at Earn Your Leisure. I like the podcast. They had a young lady on there that's selling property in Dubai. First black female, I believe, to have her own real estate company in Dubai, from Atlanta. I guess she was practicing in Atlanta. So I really got up under the hood to see. I've never visited Dubai personally, or Abu Dhabi personally, but I opened up the hood. I got under the hood to kind of see what was going on. I did some YouTubes, did a little research about Dubai. And Dubai is just this big thing, it's so beautiful. Um, they don't have crime. They don't have great school systems. They have this, they have that. And so sister was pushing people buying homes and moving basically to Dubai. So after doing some research and looking under the hood and seeing the pictures of Dubai, one thing about me, whenever I travel to a place, if I, like, let's say I go to Vegas, or I go to Punta Cana, I go to any of these places, the big shiny objects don't allure me, right? They're cool, but when I see that big shiny object, I don't know if this is a Virgo trait or what. I want to know what's behind it. Meaning, in Dubai, you see these buildings popped up, so you got to ask yourself, who built these buildings? Who did the work? Who's the working class that made all of this shit come about? That made this beautiful oasis in this desert. Who are these people? So, in doing my research, I found out that these people are basically immigrants. They're immigrants from, oh man, oh no, I'm straight. So I found out that these people are basically immigrants from surrounding countries such as Africa and India. Now, in doing further research, I found out that a lot of the people that do the actual building and do the actual hard labor are coming from a lot of war torn countries. They're coming from countries with not a lot of possibilities, not a lot of, not a lot of potential. Now, when they come to Dubai, this is what happens. Their passport is taken away. Okay. And let's go even before the passport is taken away. So before the passport is taken away, a company comes in. This company, I guess, is some type of recruiting company to get these people jobs. So the recruiting company charges them a fee to get them the job. So they come over there once they get to Dubai and I guess do the paperwork or whatever, they owe the recruiting company. So right there, they're in debt. So when and this is you can all look this up. So when they get to Dubai and they work for any of these contractors or builders or whoever, these contractors, builders, and hotels hold their passport. They take their passport. Okay. Now, when they're working, they're typically working for pennies on the dollar. Um, Abu Dhabi runs off what's called a dirham. It's not a whole lot of money. So a lot of these people are making 400 or 500 a month, if that. These are the working class people, which makes up 90% of this population. These are working class. Now, when these people get there and they work for this contractor, the contractor doesn't even have to pay him. The contractor said, I'm going to pay you what I want to pay you. Because at this point, the contractor knows they don't have any options. Not only don't they have options, but that management company that bought them on, they owe them now. Now they're in debt. Okay, so these people, they have a whole slave population that's building these buildings and these high rises and all this shit. And it's just propped up. It's like fake. It's like going to a theme park from what I'm seeing, from what I read about. Abu Dhabi is like a fucking theme park. They're in the middle of a desert. You got man-made lakes. They built homes off the water. And I also found out too that shit is sinking by 5 millimeters every year. So the sea is gonna take all that shit back. And this is what happened. So these people that do the work, the working class, is bust off from the beautiful place and they bust them into tenements and warehouses and shit where they live 15 to 20 to a room. Now, when you go over there, especially like if you're an influencer or some shit like that, you have to sign a contract where you can't even speak on the dirt that's going on over there. After reading what I read, I'm never going to that motherfucker ever in life. Ever. I also did my more research because I know like what the young lady was saying, just as far as this Airbnb shit, and you buy a property and you could get the property, put it under contract, and then sell your contract to somebody else. I raised an eyebrow to that because basically it's just bullshit. So basically, when you look at Abu Dhabi and you look at Saudi Arabia, basically what's happening is the demand for oil is starting to lessen. Okay, we going into EVs, we're going into alternative forms of energy. And what has happened, they have been one side. They put all their eggs in one basket. All they done made their money off of is oil. So now they're trying to pivot where they want to make more money off tourism. So you got Abu Dhabi, now you got Saudi Arabia about to build this shit called the Line with all this shit in it. They're trying to figure something out because they see that as time progresses, the world is becoming less and less dependent on oil. And we would have never used the motherfuckers if they just let us drill in the US and we just have our own energy sources, period. Where we just use our own fucking oil. I don't know why nobody ever thought of the idea to do that. So they're doing all this and they're propping this up. So all of those countries over there, all those Middle Eastern countries are starting to compete with each other for that foreign dollar. So when you go over there to buy that property, who knows? So if I buy the house, and I wouldn't even touch Abu Dhabi or Dubai unless I got a net worth north of 15 to 20 million to where I could just buy my shit cash. If shit don't work out, cool. That's just a loss. But to go over there, take out a mortgage or get some debt. Now, one of the main things she was selling people on, there is no income tax in Dubai. You pay no tax on the property. You pay no taxes. You have no income tax. You have no tax on your there's no taxes, which means that this is another shell game because it's a fucking tax haven for the rich. Now, with her being on Earn Your Leisure, she's talking to the majority poor people. Now, not just poor black people. You know what I mean? Like our net worth in our communities are declining damn near to zero. Okay, she could probably get a couple of suckers. They're gonna be some sucker niggas in NFL and NBA that's gonna give her the money. We know how this goes. We watch it over and over the fuck again. We know how this goes. Now, even looking even deeper into Dubai, when you look at the laws, okay, I could send you to jail if you cuss at me, bro. Like somebody, like if you get mad and just cuss at somebody, they can go to jail. If you DM a person and you say a bad word or talk mean to that person can go the fuck to jail. There was a story about a man who had a heart attack in Dubai. They did blood work on him. They found cannabis, and you could Google this. They found cannabis in his blood. He smoked weed in Nevada, where he was from. However, since the cannabis was in his blood over there on their soil, this man is facing 35 years in prison. I'm never setting foot in that motherfucker. They can kiss my ass. Literally. A lady bumped into a security guard. She went to jail. She served 7 years. So, you know, I'm not saying the U.S. is a perfect place. I'm not saying any place is a perfect place. But I'm saying this. Nothing's perfect. There are no solutions to a lot of shit we got on. They're only trade-offs. There are no solution, only trade-offs. So with them not having any type of taxes, any type of, how do you think they're running the country? They're running it off of debt. Okay? So those big ass pretty buildings you see are on debt. And as a matter of fact, the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, is sitting up there on a fucking septic tank. It's on a septic tank. Like, you got the biggest building in the world on the septic tank where they have to have shit trucks come in and drive all that shit to the river or wherever they dump that shit. That is insane to me. So basically, the Burj Khalifa is just this big dick that sits in the sand for people to see and wow about. And all these people go, oh, this is awesome. This is this is that. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad place, but I will say, don't take your ass over there unless you have a net worth of multi-millions of dollars. That's what I'm going to say. Now, you saying I'm not saying America is perfect, Stephen James. America isn't perfect By far, we are not a perfect place. I don't believe that. However, I believe when you look at a lot of other countries, we still up there in the top 10 of where you would want to be. Because I could talk shit about the president right now, and I don't have to worry about a motherfucking kicking my goddamn dough in, taking me to jail. Just me saying these cuss words on this podcast, I could go to jail in Dubai, bro. That's not fucking freedom, man. And I'm not saying we necessarily free here, but we more free here than there. I could smoke me a joint and not do 30 years in the fucking penitentiary. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real here. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect, but shit, it's a lot better. You're better off. And if you have no tax base, understand, there's no tax base. 90% of your population lives in poverty to the point where the contractors don't pay the workers. So even if you go over there and try to start you a business with these motherfuckers, if you're not powerful enough, they might not pay you for your shit. You can't even wash your car out there, bro. What do you do when you go there? You gonna be you want to be okay, let's just say for instance, you go over there, you could be a influencer. When you go over there as an influencer, guess what you do? You're gonna sign a fucking contract saying you cannot speak out against this country no matter what you see that's going wrong. So when the IG models, they fly over there and they shit on their chest, do all that, when you see it, you can't talk about it or you're gonna be jailed. Okay? While you sit on your couch and tweet about your frustrations and cuss people out and nobody kicks your fucking door in to haul you in, that's a big difference, bro. So don't, you know what I mean? It's a big difference. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, so these people, I was talking about the man, they found weed in this system that he smoked in Las Vegas, but he got to do 30 years because of that. A TikToker or something bumped into a security guard, did 7 years. Is that freedom to you? Does that shit sound scary to me? And then you start your business over there and that sheik tell you, fuck you, I ain't paying you. What are you going to do about it? You can't do shit. You can't do nothing but eat that L. And that's what's happening over there. So this is a country propped up on a facade. And the money's running out. The loans is getting lower and lower. And it will definitely break down. I feel it's going to be a bubble. You got all them fucking everybody, the police in a Lambo and all this shit. It's all Disney World, bro. That shit ain't real. That shit is not real. I ain't wear the socks hat, Frank. I just threw this hat on. You know what I'm saying? But we got to move right along because I got more stuff I want to talk about. We talked about that, right? The hypes around it, yeah. So Tristan Thomas, is that his name? Or Tristan Thompson? I don't know if I got it right. But the basketball player that's with Khloe Kardashian, he said that he feels bad after he cheats. I guess they surrounded him on the Kardashian show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And he says he feels bad the day after he cheats. And my question is it like midnight? What time of the day when you open your eyes, when you go, what have I done again? Like when do you, is there a certain time? He didn't say during the action. He said the day after. And I want to know, is that an actual 24 hours or does that just consist of day 1 to day 2? That's all I wanted to know. Because he says The next day after cheating, he feels bad. And I understand. I get it. Shout out to our good brother Tristan. Tristan ain't got much longer in the league. He's moved very, very close to Chloe. He's a smart man. Chloe Kardashian is Tristan's retirement plan. And I get it. He's gonna be a good man. Keep him, Chloe, because he about to run out of that money. That NBA shit coming to an end, and you'll just have him. He'll be there. Y'all got 2 kids together. He gonna act right now, but you gonna have to help him with his child support with them other children. Do what you can, baby, because you're not gonna find no big sick, no nigga that's 6 feet 13 inches tall with a full hairline. It's just not gonna happen for you no more. So just do the right thing. Just try to forget about some of those infidelities and the other kids. Bring Tristan in. Y'all got him a job as NBA analyst. Let's just go. Build your family out, okay? Don't look in the rear view. All right? Shout out to Tristan. You very, very smart, brother. Moving right along. The guy, Adam 22. Adam 22 is a podcaster, a YouTuber, and a porn star. For those of you who don't know who this guy is, he actually let his wife do a scene with a big black man, and he wasn't involved in the scene. And now Adam 22 and his wife have a game show, and the prize for the contestants is for the contestant to sleep with his wife. Like, first of all, I don't even know what kind of sick motherfucker would want to get on the game show to sleep with the man's. Like, I'd be like, nah, I want some money. I'm cool. Like, this is just ridiculous. It seems like the man is pimping his wife out, and it's just very, very sad. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's very, very sad. And I think I'm about to end this show. We've done a hot 42 minutes. Shout out, let me give a shout out. Shout out to Ty Turner. Ro, I see you. Fatima Moore, what's happening with you? Brother Frank White, who came in here. Mr. Go For It, man. What's happening, man? I don't know what the Meek top is you talking about. Louis Sin Cypher. Yeah, for a lot of Americans, especially hood rest back about a place I stay away from. That's right, Louis Jen Cypher. I agree with you. He's talking about when I was talking about Abu Dhabi or Dubai. When you mix comedy with reality and that's right. Thank you, Brian Booker. Shout out to Brian Booker and Stephen James, population control champ. I don't know what we're talking about with that, but thank you for tuning in. The place is too clean and shiny. It's very clean and shiny. Stephen James, my brother. And Stephen James said, "Oh, Dubai is like Virginia. They make their own laws. So come on over. If you fuck up, we give you." Yeah, I'm not going over there. I'm cool. That shit is scary. I'm good. I'm cool. I ain't never going to that motherfucker. But all right, guys. Well, we did this. We did it tonight. We had a good show. Shout out to everybody watching me this evening on both YouTube and Facebook. So shout out to y'all, and Twitch. Shout out to everybody. We growing this thing every day. And my name is LaVar Walker, man, and I appreciate you guys. I will be we got what I got coming out. I'm on this show on Hulu called Life and Beth. It's a show written by Amy Schumer, and I'm on the show. I know some of y'all are mad at Amy or whatever, but I don't, I ain't got shit to do with that. But I'm on this show. It's a great show. I play me, a guy named LaVar the pharmacist. Y'all go check that out. The second season should be coming out, I believe, in December. Probably gonna have a December release since the SAG after strike is over with. And we just gonna keep rocking and rolling, man. Whenever shows I have, Stephen James, I'm gonna be at the Arlington Draft House. I got the Arlington Draft House coming up. You talking about DC? How far are you from the Arlington Draft House, sir? Matter of fact, I gotta see Arlington Draft House. Okay, so I'll be at the Arlington Draft House March 1st to the 3rd, and that is in Arlington, Virginia. So come out to that, Stephen. Check that out. We're gonna have a good time. Also, Detroit. I'll be coming out to Detroit in January with I'm gonna host this show. Earthquake is headlining. So that's gonna be for Martin Luther King weekend. So that is that, guys. I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna get back with you guys tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show Podcast. See you again.